In this video, what I'd like to address is this question. Why are we teaching grammar anyhow? What's the goal? What's the purpose? What do we hope to accomplish when we do what we call teaching grammar? And I want to argue that the goal that makes sense to me when we teach grammar is that we are trying to give our students the skills to become more effective editors or proofreaders of their own writing. That's the purpose of teaching grammar. It is to help students become more competent at reducing the severity and the frequency of error in their own texts. Now that's different from a goal that is easy to slip into when one is teaching grammar, and that is the goal of turning our students into not editors but grammarians. And I think that that's a mistake, and I think it's a mistake that's easy to slip into. I've certainly done it myself on a number of occasions. As some of you already know, I love to talk about grammar. I love to argue about grammar, and so I kind of enjoy going a little further than I think we need. So if the goal of grammar instruction is not to turn our students into grammarians or linguists, but to turn them into editors, proofreaders of their own writing, what does that mean about what we ought to teach? Well, here's the important thing I think it means. I think it means that we should limit the number of terms or concepts that we start with. I certainly don't think we should spend a lot of time trying to get students to understand and be able to identify the 8 parts of speech, or the 4 kinds of sentences, or the difference between a direct and an indirect object, and so forth. All of that is wonderful for grammarians to argue about. But it does not seem to be very practical if what we're trying to do is produce effective proofreaders, effective editors. I have, on occasion, and even today, I'm not ready to defend this, but it might be that the only terms, or the most important terms, that we need to teach our students are really just 4: subject, verb, sentence, and independent clause. I mean, those 4 I think they need to know. They will help them reduce their error with subject-verb agreement, with fragments, with run-ons, with comma splices, with other punctuation rules. You might want to add to that they should understand the concept of possession and how we make nouns possessive. We might want to add to it something about pronouns, but not asking them to learn the 8 different kinds of pronouns and the difference between a relative pronoun and a demonstrative pronoun. That's the kind of knowledge I don't think they need. But they certainly would be helped if they understood the concept of pronoun reference and pronoun agreement, and perhaps pronoun case, although that's becoming less and less. So you get the idea. I'm not ready on this video to announce my list of what I think, although I hope maybe people will want to discuss that. What terms, what concepts is it essential for our students in English 052 or the ALP version of 052? What terms are essential for them to learn? And it may be more than the 4 basic ones I listed: subject, verb, sentence, and independent clause. But what is on the list and what's not on the list? So that's the sort of philosophy underlying the rest of what I'm going to say during this event. And I hope there'll be some good discussion about this particular concept.